Commission NOVA process in support of affordable housing development. And just recently, another $15 million was committed specific to veterans housing for the 2018-19 fiscal year. There's also Measure H, and while Measure H is concentrated primarily on services, there is a significant affordable housing component. And in 18-19, $15 million of Measure H money will also go to CDC's NOVA in support of affordable housing. And then finally, the board is also looking at solutions through the regulatory framework. The Department of Regional Planning is actually working on really 6 different ordinances. There's accessory dwelling units, affordable housing preservation, inclusionary housing, by right housing, and homeless housing. In addition, not mentioned on that on the screen, is a density bonus ordinance, which also can help spur new development and new affordable housing. And these, I should emphasize, run the gamut. You have inclusionary housing all the way to by right development, which hopes to streamline the process of actually getting new construction and housing built. So then what is the CEO's role with respect to affordable housing? And I think the CEO has demonstrated a real commitment to this effort. In this last fiscal year, we created an affordable housing unit that is dedicated not only to administering the county budget, but also to reviewing recommendations in the outcomes report, trying to implement these programs across county departments, and managing the Affordable Housing Coordinating Committee. But yet, given the challenges associated with such a sizable budget, the CEO has looked at not just internal resources already on hand, but we've also worked to try and identify additional funding sources. This past year, the county applied for more than $50 million of affordable housing and sustainable communities grants through the state's cap and trade program. If successful, this would fund more than 380 new units of affordable housing throughout the county. It would also support important transportation infrastructure through the Department of Public Works. And I'll mention also, this was a specific recommendation in the 2017 outcomes report, so we actually are following through on what our consultant, what the author of the report has been recommending. Another area where we have followed through on a recommendation is on the uniform housing application. That is a recommendation that was supported both as a Measure H initiative as well as through the outcomes report. And the CEO committed $150,000 this year to support that effort. But again, I'll say that we are not limiting ourselves to just the outcomes report and just a follow through on the motion from 2015. The CEO is also leading important initiatives such as tenant protections and the potential regulation of short-term rental units in the unincorporated areas of the county. But again, the CEO's role in all of this is still, in many respects, that of a facilitator. We looked at county departments to implement these programs. And certainly, when you look across the various initiatives that the county has undertaken, no department, or no commission, I should say, is more active in affordable housing and no important in this respect than the Community Development Commission. So for the remainder of this report, I'm going to turn it over to Monique, Executive Director of the Community Development Commission, to talk about some of their programs and the work that they are doing.
Good morning, Supervisors, Chair Kuehl. My job this morning is really to talk about where the rubber meets the road. The Commission is the county's affordable housing development and preservation implementation arm. And we talk a lot, rightfully so, about the NOFA. But I wanted to underscore that we actually provide a comprehensive portfolio of affordable housing development and preservation services countywide, aimed at addressing residents at various points on the affordable housing spectrum. Those services include new construction, utilizing the NOFA as our primary housing development vehicle, and rental subsidies like Section 8 and VASH. But it also includes homeownership through first-time homebuyer programs and our mortgage credit certificate program as well. And we also do preservation, using bond financing to maintain single-family housing in low to moderate income communities and preserve affordability covenants on existing multifamily rental projects. As you can see, through our home ownership programs this fiscal year, we have assisted 171 homeowners throughout the county and provided more than $41 million in funding to facilitate home ownership countywide, with an emphasis on low to moderate income homeowners. Further, we have provided $4.6 million in preservation services to more than 200 low to moderate income households in the county, primarily seniors, through a variety of homeownership improvement vehicles. And finally, as of today, we currently have 3 preservation transactions in the pipeline that will require capitalization that would maintain and extend their affordability covenants. And this is in addition to our asset management duties, which include monitoring more than 200 projects annually that include more than 10,000 affordable housing units countywide. So I think it's important to note that although the NOFA, we love it, we do more than just the NOFA each and every year on behalf of the county as it relates to preservation and affordable housing development. As you are well aware, we are also one of the largest public housing authorities in the country. And even with limited and dwindling resources, 21,000 low-income households were assisted through our HCV program. 1,418 special needs households, including the homeless, mentally ill, or persons with disabilities, were assisted through our Continuum of Care program. And 1,754 veterans households were assisted utilizing VASH. In addition, we were able to utilize Measure H to assist approximately 850 individuals and families in securing housing through our Homeless Incentive Program. Moreover, we continue to own and operate 3,229 units of public and affordable housing, which are home to 6,600 individuals and families, a significant portion of which are seniors. With that said, the NOFA is our most significant and fruitful affordable housing development program. And as you can see from the map, 2018 marks an unprecedented level of investment in affordable housing development countywide. Including NOFA 23A from the fall of 2017, over the past 5 years, the county has invested more than $182 million in supportive housing projects. And that does not include approximately $25 million in funding from NOFA 23B, which will be coming to the board shortly for approval. A total of 20 projects were awarded, or approximately $87.1 million in NOFA 23A. In addition to capital funding, more than 200 Section 8 project-based vouchers were also awarded. This represented the largest NOFA in our agency's history. It was also one of the most varied, comprised of $38.15 million in affordable housing trust funds, $9.2 million in Measure H funds, and $39.75 million in mental health housing funds. NOFA 23A funded 20 projects countywide in every supervisory district. It included 7 projects in unincorporated county and 5 projects in 5 participating jurisdictions. We funded 1,342 units, 906 of which were special needs, and 436 were low income. Of the 20 projects and 1,342 units funded, 8 projects, or 513 units, were funded solely by the county. 9 projects, or 635 units, were funded by both the county and the Los Angeles City HHH. And 3 projects, or 194 units, were funded by both the county and another participating jurisdiction. Again, an unprecedented level of investment. Over the past 5 years, a total of $1.45 billion has been invested in the production of affordable housing. and the county's $182 million, or roughly 12.6% of total project funding, enabled developers to leverage $1.7 billion towards the production of new units over the last 5 years. So just looking at NOFA 23A, the county's $87.1 million investment leveraged 573